minute, Jim, watch for the lights. Yeah.
Oh, he's the one that lit you. You know, I'll take a long hour. I need to
All right. I have that. We're good. Oh, please. I don't know if that will help you or not.
on the way back.
Good evening. The hour of 6 p.m. having arrived, I'll call to order this regular meeting of the Municipal Services, Facilities, and Infrastructure Committee, and welcome the viewers of Cheshire TV. This meeting is being broadcast live on Cheshire TV, Channel 10. Anyone wishing to view a copy of the agenda and supporting materials can find it on the city website, or if you wish to receive electronic copies of future agenda packets, please go to the home page and subscribe to the city meetings email list. The public and other city councilors will be recognized to ask questions and make comments on the agenda item under discussion during tonight's meeting. And after being recognized, all remarks are to be made through the chair. Anyone who wishes to address the committee is asked to go to one of the microphones in the room. There's one here in the front and one off to the side. Please identify yourself by name and address prior to speaking. Once a motion has been made and seconded, only the committee and public may speak. Councilors will have an opportunity at the next council meeting to weigh in with their opinions. And written comments from the public will be accepted at the city clerk's office until Tuesday, 1 p.m. We have two items on our agenda this evening. The first is a communication from Carl Jacobs and Jessica Gelter, Arts Alive request to sponsor Creative Communities Exchange. And is there someone here to speak to that issue?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Carl Jacobs, in my role as Chair of the Board of Arts Alive. And we have been asked by the New England Foundation of the Arts to help them with an event that they do every 2 years around New England. They gather people from all over New England to attend a Creative Communities Exchange, which basically explores the relationship between the arts and business. And this event is going to take place in Keene next June 2nd and 3rd. People will spend the night, they will eat meals, they will walk up and down Main Street and be tempted to shop, as well as participating in a number of workshops and things like that. So what they want to, they need spaces. The first day of it is going to be using facilities at Keene State College. And the second day, what we'd like to do is use facilities up at this end of Main Street. So Heberton Hall, the meeting spaces in the library, and actually the City Council chamber. They need a space that'll hold 70 or 80 people for these activities. So the City Council chamber in particular is not rented out, but if the city is willing to be a sponsor, then it could be an in-kind donation or as a sponsor to support the event. So that's what we're seeking. And there is a sentence in this letter that it's a little confusing, I think. What we need to at some point come up with a value for the donation, because what they do is they use that value for matching grants that they get to support the event. I think the sentence is a little poorly worded, but that's basically what it's talking about, is to be able to use some value that they can report as being donated from the city.
You mean the last sentence of the third paragraph?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I think that's pretty much the gist of it, unless, you know, I can answer any questions.
Any members of the committee have any questions for Councilor Jacobs? No? Any members of the public have questions or comments at this point? Just want to ask, is there any city staff who has an opinion or wishes to make a comment on this item before we move towards making a motion? Seeing none, okay. So, Councilor Manware.
I just wondered if, from city staff, is this room available during the day? Thank you.
Well, I personally see no reason to give Councilor Jacobs any issue on this evening or Arts Alive. So I would entertain a motion if we're done discussing. Does anybody want to give it a shot? Decide.
I guess I will, I'll try. MSFI recommends that we have Arts Alive use City Council and Keene Public Library. They're allowing that for June 2nd and 3rd for their function. So,
Second,
Motion made and seconded. Councilor Manware?
could I add an amendment there that recommend that the city, however, I forget exactly how to, but the city, comma, as a sponsor to the event,
yes, thank you.
and then the rest of it.
I'm not sure that needs to be amended, but let me, if I could quickly ask the city attorney.
It'd be good to have the
Okay.
city included in the motion as a sponsor, it seems to me, but certainly.
And that would
probably-
require an amendment at this point?
Only if the second agrees to make the change as been presented.
Well, she made the amendment. Do you agree with the changes?
It was a second, huh?
The motion was seconded by Councilor Manware.
Right.
And then,
So the original proponent of the motion.
do you have any objections?
Not at all.
Okay.
No, I'll get you.
There.
City manager.
Yeah, I think it's actually critical that you do that,
Yeah.
because that's the reason that they can come in and use the council chambers in that fashion.
So my sense is we're all good at this point. Any further discussion with committee members? Seeing none, all those in favor? It's unanimous. Thank you. Thank you, Councilor Jacobs. Oh, and for the minute, I just want to note, in case, Councilor Jones is not with us this evening. Okay. Our second item this evening is a communication from Polly Morris, the Monadnock Voices for Prevention, request to remove Robin Williams Memorial. And